$146,466.27 is how much my Live Rich business has done in the last 7 months. Whew, shit. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Joey Rich. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about high ticket sales, and I'm going to be talking about how I've been generating closely to about $20,000 a month for the last 7 months through my high ticket sales closing business. And I'm going to go ahead and show you my PayPal, my Stripe, to show you everything, behind the scenes, to be completely transparent as possible. And I'm also going to be giving you guys my exact blueprint on how I was able to do this in such a short amount of time. In 9 months, 9 months ago, I was working a 9-to-5 job and I got fired. And now I have a beautiful business with a beautiful team, and I have some beautiful information I want to go ahead and share with you, because if you listen closely, this could for sure change your life. So stick with me. We're gonna go behind the scenes, and I'm gonna teach you exactly what I've done the last 9 months or so, so you can go ahead and do this too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to my desktop. Alright guys, so welcome to my laptop. I have nothing to hide. So here's my PayPals. I had to use a couple accounts, but here's one of my first ones. In the past 2019, I generated almost $10,000 over here. Obviously, Live Rich Closing, this is my business. If I were to open up my Slack right now, this is where me and my team communicates, just so you guys know that I am really 100% doing this stuff. So Live Rich Closing, right? In a year, we've done $32,000 in our Stripe account right over here. And then here's the last thing, which is $104,000. So this is when we transitioned to using this new PayPal. So $104,000 through Live Rich Closing. And this is obviously my account. I can refresh it. Go to my Slack channel. Shout out to... Alright, there we go. We got it close today. Made some passive income. That's freaking awesome. And someone went ahead and bought a shirt. Anyways, guys, the point of this video is obviously not to flaunt my money, but I also just wanted to show you guys, like I've actually been doing this. So, I have nothing to hide. This is completely transparent. And basically, this is exactly what I've done. And I put this 5-step blueprint to creating a 6-figure phone sales empire. For you, shout out to my business partner, Jake Tran. If it wasn't for him, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have been made. So go ahead and click subscribe to his channel. Very valuable member of mine, team member of mine, and business partner of mine. So go ahead and give him a subscribe. He definitely deserves it. So back to the blueprint. This is exactly what I've done in order to where I'm at today, right? So if we could look back, right, $28,000 in the last 30 days. So step one, obviously connect with me, social media. I'm not going to read all this stuff. It's just, some fun stuff I like to write. This is me with Ty Lopez, the CEO. Alec, I'm very close with him. This is me and my team with Jason Capital right over here. But one thing I wanted to go was first is basically what before, the empire, what you really need to learn first is a high income skill. Now, a high income skill is a skill that can make you a minimum of $10,000 a month or more, which will basically be to $120K a year. So it's a skill set that you develop that you can give value to the marketplace. So to be clear, it's not a job or a skill that you are trading time for dollars, right? Think of a basketball player. Their skill is basketball, and they trade their time utilizing their skill, and they get paid for it. The better you get at the skill, the more you get paid, unlike a job where you're capped off by a manager or boss. So the higher your skills are, the more you're going to get paid. So skills pay the bills. Remember that. So these are my heavy hitters. There's my VP of sales, my co-head of sales, Jake Tran, and Tyler is really cool. He started off a closer as my team, but now he's actually working very closely with Kevin David, which is one of my clients, which is really cool. Got over here, you got Brandon Carter that we met up. But this is just an example of, why would you want to start a team? Obviously, you could keep 100% profits to yourself, but I like using leverage, and I like getting, I just like creating a team, right? So, for example, let's say you're selling a $25,000 package at 10% commission. And let's say you already have a team, you could split it 50-50. So let's say you have a closer that closes a deal, boom, $250, $2,500 in commission. So the closer will get 1250. They're happy because that's more money than they ever made in 1 hour, right? And then you get 1250, and then you're happy because you taught them that skill and you made this passively. But obviously, if you're starting off, 100% profits will be going to you. But as you further expand in your high ticket sales closing journey, eventually you would want to get into a team as far for passive income goes. Right, and that's just one deal. Literally, the power of this, guys, is leverage. So let's say that we have 10 people do that deal. You just made $12,500. So it's absolutely insane. But step number one, this is where you guys need to listen very, very closely, is you need to master the art of sales, persuasion, influence, and closing. I like to call it SPICK. Yeah, SPICK, SPICK. So there's two ways you can master this beautiful art of high ticket closing, right? High ticket sales is finding and learning under a mentor like what I did, or to work in a regular sales job. Now, the way I personally learned this skill was when I started out as a personal trainer in 2016. And fortunately for me, I was working under the #1 salesperson in the entire company. His name was Reggie. And the way I closed him on becoming my mentor, because you definitely want a mentor, is that I told him I'll work for free, do extra stuff that he needs to get done, and just shadow him. And then I asked him multiple times if he would teach me, but I got rejected 8 times before I finally closed them. And again, I just closed them by saying, hey, I just want to work for free. I don't need to get paid. And I did that for 6 months straight without getting paid. But it was the best thing I've ever done, because I went from a personal trainer making around $800 to $1,600 a month to $5,000 to $8,000 a month at just 19 years old. So if you look at my videos, my past videos, I have traveling videos. I was able to travel so much because I had so much extra income at 19 years old that I didn't know what to do with. So I was like, let me just do some fun stuff, a 19-year-old would want to do. So that's when I started realizing that, holy crap, the more skills I get, the more I learn closing, the more I learn sales, the more money is going into my bank account. But more importantly than that too, the more people I'm changing lives, because you can't help somebody unless you close them. So number one is you definitely want to learn sales, persuasion, influence, and closing. And disclaimer, I've learned nothing else from nobody. Literally, Reggie takes all the credit as far as my sales skills go. And next thing that you can do, right, to where you actually can get sales job, because this is my another recommendation, is obviously being a closer for an influencer like what my team is doing, or 2, you're gonna get a job in that area so you can master it. So literally any sales job that's hiring right now, like seriously, telecommunication sales, I even put base salary of what you can earn with sales. So see how much higher this is compared to a regular minimum wage job. So even if you're just looking for a higher income job, sales is definitely where to go. And I mean, I have links here to go ahead and for you guys to check out yourself. So you go ahead and look at it, right? Oh, that's probably an old link. I'll fix it. But I have links in there so you guys can go ahead and search that up and apply if you want to. Next thing that you're going to do in step number 2 is actually finding a business owner or influencer. So personally, this is really what I suggest. I only suggest that you go for the sharks and whales. So that means the top of the top. So this is the ideal criteria, because a lot of people don't know what the hell an influencer even means. It's basically like a course creator, consultant, entrepreneur, business owner. You really want to make sure they have a well-established personal brand. Easy way to do that, check YouTube, IG, Facebook, website, right? And the more followers and subscribers they have, the better, because that is persuasion right there in itself, as in its authority. 3, you want to make sure they have an abundant amount of testimonials, as in their program, their coaching, their services actually work. 4, has marketing in place, so they already have leads coming in. 5, they have an offer of a minimum of $1,000. The commission rates are 10%. Even 10% of $1,000 is $100. And if you were to make that in 30 to 60 minutes, I mean, that's literally someone's like full work schedule that you just made in 1 hour. So it's very powerful. And this is basically how I closed my 2 Kamala Club X Kevin David as my influencer, and it was through the Facebook group of ClickFunnels right over here, which I suggest all you guys check out. A lot of influencers are in here, and a lot of people want closers on their team. Like, it's super high demand right now. But I have a disclaimer. A lot of closers don't really know how to close the way they should be to where an influencer will actually keep them. But again, my main suggestion is going to Facebook groups, 1, ClickFunnels, 2, the Facebook group of the influencer that you look up to, and 3, this is a hidden gem that no one talks about, is SMA Facebook groups. Now, the reason why I say that is because lots of agency owners want to scale, but the only way they're going to do that is if they outsource their closing, which is where you come in. And typically, some people like to do recurring payments, which means that if you close a deal, you get 20% retainer going on. Obviously, you definitely want to find them in Facebook groups, but there are people out there that give reoccurring income. And I talk to so many people out there that wants my closers to close over them, but I'm like, we're bombarded with enough high ticket clients as it is. Here's my boy Derek Struggle. Another thing that you guys want to make sure you guys do is this is a little secret technique that's only in Live Rich Academy that I teach. But basically, one way to attract influencer is just being a cool person. Like, literally a cool person, which is like a guy that you don't look needy, you look cool, you come from a value standpoint, and you're just a regular person. You're self-amusing, and you don't need anything from another person. A lot of influencers, we talk and they get irritated of closers trying to close for them because they're so needy and they're coming from a frame of just non-value. So please don't be one of those people. Obviously, the next step is influencer outreach. Now, if you guys want my exact conversation and the exact script of what I sent here to Kevin David, as you guys can see right over here, it's right over here. So here's the winning general outreach script that I used to close Kevin David. So I said, hey, my name is Joey. I love your products and results it brings. I'm a closer that specifically focuses on closing deals for for e-commerce niche. I would love to bring value to you by closing deals based solely on performance and on commission. I stand by your brand, product, and want to help you increase your impact you're creating, which is what they do. I'm all in for helping you, helping your business grow, and helping the impact you create. So go ahead and leave a message below on what you think. If you decide for us to work together, I'm excited to see you and your business grow and the impact you create. Like, literally, what I said here is the video I sent to Kevin David. So if you guys want and know a winning script, here it is. And let me tell you, once I landed Kevin David as an influencer, that's how my life immediately changed. Like, immediately changed. And the reason why this script works, right, is 1, you give credit to an influencer, which they love because people love validation. 2, you show that you are a specialist in their field, which they all love because people love working with people that are experts. 3, you only get paid when you perform, hence a pure commission basis. 4, you stand by their product, which shows you believe them even more. 5, you want to help them with their movement and the impact they're creating. 6, you come from a place of giving instead of from a place of taking. And 7, it's just a win-win scenario for you, the both of you guys. So that's the reason why it works. So this is Jake Chan. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. Very, very, very sharp guy. But if you guys want more in-depth training, I covered everything I did step by step to land 7 to 10 figure influencers and Team Live Rich Academy, which also will be a link down below. And then 4, obviously, results. Results speak louder than words. And this is where obviously mastering influence, persuasion, closing comes in. Because after you landed influencer you deserve, you need to deliver results. Now, the industry closing rate is 20%, which is closing 2 deals out of 10, which is easy because when you master, obviously, persuasion, closing, the results will come. Now, since this is a blueprint, I'll give you my advice on the best way to get results. Here are the top 4 tips for optimal results. 1, always coming from a place of giving, meaning you actually give a fuck about the person you're talking to on the other end of the phone. 2, role playing and practicing the script you create and what your influencer gives you. Obviously, it's better to create one yourself. Obviously, here's the basic structure. You set the agenda for the prospect, you greet, you get to know them, you qualify them, pain points, find what they desire, and then basically show you how your product is the solution to their pain and solution to their desire. And then after that, obviously, you close and you handle objections. 3, you set goals for yourself. So how many calls you're going to make, create a schedule for yourself, have a goal of how many deals you want to close. give advice and solution to the problems to your influencer. Now this will really separate you from the competition, because if you're giving them tools, resources to increase the odds of the sale, if their leads suck, tell them, right? People love feedback that will help their business grow. So if you're constantly proactive in this as a closer, you will just separate yourself from the marketplace like crazy. Next thing, right? This is what I did, is just create a team, right? So after you master all the last 4 steps, this is when you need to think about starting a team. If you have not even did step number 1 yet, don't even worry about creating a team. This will be long term. But basically, you have to master, again, sales, persuasion, influence, closing to run a team. But it's easy if you follow the steps above. Your team will only be good as their leader. So here are the things you should have in place before you decide to incorporate a team. So some things to keep in mind with starting a team, and this is about working outside of the business now, is 1, having more leads than you can handle, because the leads you get is the one you're going to give to your closers. 2, be able to be training your closers. That's one of the biggest things. Closers will learn from you, so you got to make sure you have an easy to follow script, have trainings for them. I personally have a training portal for my team, so they could just follow that, so it's even automated there. And that's pretty much it. You just want to make sure that you're focusing on more leads to give to your closers, and then training them to become better in sales. Now, at this point, you're like, where do I find closers? And that's a great question, because here's a great answer. The place you find closers is actually Facebook groups. Like literally, like ClickFunnels. All you're gonna do is do a post like this, like phone closer required, and from there you'll see how it's 29 comments. A lot of people are looking to close for somebody because they can't land an influencer themselves. So next thing is Upwork. Obviously, you just search closer, but those are real good places and resources to find closers if you're at this point of their journey. So next thing that I do have, if you guys want live mentorship from me specifically on how I was able to do this, and also my VP of sales. So when we first started this team, right, I was dying for some one-on-one mentorships to prevent making beginner mistakes, but we couldn't find anything decent to lean on. So that's why I'm really, really proud to announce Team Live Rich Academy. So this is what I mentioned a little bit earlier. If you want to find an influencer, I go really more in depth there. So it's literally for less than $1 a day, may go up in value in the future, obviously. But basically, you just get exclusive A to Z coaching program that's designed to show you step by step on how to build a successful closing business from the ground up, right? On top of this most in-depth lesson library we've created to the public, or we're releasing to the public, you'll get bi-weekly live mentorships with me and our Chief Sales Officer, Dylan Starr, where we break down your calls, your role play, and more. So again, it's less than $1 a day. It's proven training on how to actually land an influencer. There's no upsells here. The best part about this too, as well, at Team Live Rich Academy, is I'm also looking for closers to be a part of my team. And this is a good way for us to really see if you're closer or not, because we're actually going to be in live role plays with you. And if you're a person that's like, whoa, this person has it down, this person has a lot of potential, we want you to be a part of the Live Rich movement, and we would want you to be a part of my team 100%. So again, guys, here's my team just absolutely killing it. Niels, he did a $1,000 a day, as in he made $1,000 in commission in one day. Crazy. He made people's paychecks in one freaking day, right? So if you guys want this, it'll be down below. But other than that, guys, I am gonna go ahead and go back to my camera. Okay, so thank you for watching that full video. You are absolutely tight for that, and dope and amazing and cool. So here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. I will be posting more valuable content when it comes to health, wealth, love, happiness, the whole 9 to live rich. And go ahead and hit a like button, show the brother some love. Hit a comment down below of what you think, what you want me to cover next. And go ahead and join my private Facebook group. I go live there every week. So go ahead and join my Facebook group also down below. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you have a freaking awesome day. I hope you master the skills of closing, and then go ahead and get this business up and running. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.